That's a violation of my constitutional rights, Your Honor.
All right, on the telephone ending in 1336, tell us your name, please.
Dominic Hall.
I come in sui
Wow.
juris. And
Only one of you
persona.
actually has that phone number, and the other people are just wrong about what their phone number is. Who's calling ending in 1336?
Sui juris and personal persona. I'm Stephen hyphen Tyrell colon White comma beneficiary of sovereign. I'm here under fraud, menace, and arrest. Fiduciary Daniel Williams.
Okay, Mr. White, we're going to pop you over in the waiting room because you're just going to be a distraction for all the citizens here willing to abide by the laws of our country. So we'll pop you over in the waiting room and we'll get back to you.
How it usually starts. A simple traffic case that turns into a legal circus. You can hear the confusion in his tone. He believes he's uncovered some secret loophole in American law. But what's really happening is a misunderstanding of basic constitutional principles and a test of the judges.
In case you guys have ever heard of the term sovereign citizen in the news, that's what one of them sounds like when they try to come to court. All right, Ms. Lopez. All right, Mr. White, are you able to hear me? I'm going to read this to you so you understand what you're charged with. This says that on January 7th of this year on 2nd Street there in the city of Fenville, that you were driving while license suspended.
This is where it gets surreal. The defendant refuses to even understand the charge, a deliberate tactic used by sovereign citizens to avoid jurisdiction. The irony that refusal doesn't make the law disappear. It just makes the court lose patience faster. Every second he speaks, he digs himself deep
jail and or $500 fines and costs. Do you understand your charge?
Your Honor, I do not. I do not understand my charges or
okay.
Any cause.
I'm going to mark you down as not guilty, and we'll set you for a jury trial. You can continue to.
Your Honor, you practice in front of bench. You practice in front of bench. That's my job or my attorney job. I'm sui juris. I'm pro pria.
Okay, Mr. White, I don't know where you read the stuff that you're saying, but it's legal nonsense. It means nothing in a court of law. So if you're not willing to state that you even understand or recognize the authority of the court, my options are I can make you come in for arraignment and not give you a PR bond, and then you'll have to post bond to not sit in jail. You want to do it that way?
When a judge says that's legal nonsense, it's not mockery, it's exhaustion. These judges see hundreds of these cases where defendants think wordplay can defeat the Constitution. What they don't realize is that courtroom authority doesn't come from belief. It comes from.
Right now, if I get through arraignment with you, I'll give you a PR bond. Mr. White?
Listen, I'm asking you a question.
What's the question, sir?
I'm not arguing with you, Your Honor. I just want you to hear me. Okay,
but I don't want to listen for 20 minutes. Go ahead and ask your one question, and we'll start there and see if it's a real question.
Am I on the record?
Yes.
It's not going to take 20 minutes, Your Honor. I'll give you my word.
You said you have a question, sir. What's the question you want to ask?
This criminal is it civil?
This is criminal, sir. It's punishable by up to 93 days in jail and or $500 fines and costs.
Hey, if it's criminal, can I ask to dismiss the charge? Because at this point, the prosecutor, there's no sworn testimony. It's
because this is just what you're talking about is.
The judge is trying to help, offering a personal recognizance bond, basically trusting him to come back without paying a cent. But the defendant keeps rejecting every lifeline. It's one of those tragic self-sabotage moments where pride replaces.
You understand what you're accused of, what the penalty is, and for you to enter a plea. You're accused of driving while license suspended. I read to you what the possible penalties are, and I asked you if you wish to plead guilty or not guilty at this time.
No, Your Honor, I'm a beneficiary and I'm a sovereign. I'm here under fraud, menace,
okay, sir. Those sentences don't mean anything. They have no legal meaning.
It's guaranteed by
so
my constitutional.
I've indicated that since you can't understand arraignment, I've entered a plea of not guilty on your behalf. I've set you for a jury trial. You can represent yourself free of charge, or you could hire an attorney. And now you must make a choice, sir, for bond. If we get through the arraignment with you on Zoom, I'm going to give you a PR bond, personal recognizance bond. That means you don't have to post any money. We're essentially trusting you that you'll keep coming back for your court dates. It is no driving without a valid driver's license. If you cannot get that far, in other words, if you really don't understand what's happening here, then I'm not going to allow you to be arraigned by Zoom. I'm going to set you for arraignment in person, and you will come to this courthouse. You will not get a PR bond. You will get a $300 cash or surety.
There it is, the classic line, I travel, I don't drive. This argument has been debunked in every U.S. court for decades, yet it lives on through YouTube gurus and conspiracy forums, convincing people they can escape traffic laws by rebranding themselves as travelers. What we're watching is the real-life result of internet.
You will need to post $300 in cash, or you will sit in jail from that day until your trial day. So I'll give you a choice. Do you want to be arraigned over Zoom like we're doing today, or would you like to come in?
I object to all of this, Your Honor, because at this point, I don't even understand the charges. I do not understand the charges. I'm not trying to.
That's fine. No, sir, you're allowed to, sir. You're allowed to object, and I understand your sentence that you don't understand the charges. And so I will attempt to work with you for that for a second. I'm going to read the charges to you, okay? This says that it takes place on January 7th of this year. You understand?
I'm saying I do not. At this point, Your Honor, it's I was saying this. It was a jurisdiction matter. It's a jurisdiction matter. That's what I'm saying. It's a subject matter, jurisdiction.
Here's the problem with you arguing jurisdiction. I am a lawyer, so I understand what jurisdiction means. I'm not sure you do. The accusation is that you're driving around on 2nd Street in the city of Fenville, meaning in Allegan County, and that you're doing so when your driving privileges with Secretary of State have been suspended or revoked. Because this is the...
I travel, I don't drive.
Okay.
I have no contact.
Sir, here's what we're doing, Mr. White. You are no longer able to be arraigned by Zoom. What I'm going to do is adjourn this. I'm going to adjourn this, and you will get notice at your address there. You will come in, and we will arraign you in person. I'm telling you.
And the judge makes it crystal clear. Either come in person with $300 or go to jail. The defendant calls it unconstitutional, but the real violation here is his refusal to accept responsibility. It's a lesson that echoes far beyond the small courtroom. No matter how loudly someone shouts sovereign, the law still applies.
I'm not going to give you a personal recognizance bond, sir.
It has to be before we can proceed.
White,
before you can proceed, it has to be.
Mr. White, as we are on the record, I'm going to make this infinitely clear. You're going to get notice to appear in front of me. You have two choices. If you do not appear, I'm going to put out a bench warrant for your arrest. If you do appear, we will have this conversation again about arraigning you to see if you understand the charges, but you are not getting a PR bond. You will need to bring with you $300 cash or surety, or you will be in jail. Do you understand? Those are two options, A and B.
That's a violation of my constitutional rights, Your Honor.
Well, no, it isn't, sir. So we're all set for today. We're done talking. We cannot make any progress. You will be asked to come in person for arraignment. You can either choose to come in for arraignment, or you can choose to not be here. If you choose to not be here, a warrant will be entered for your arrest. And if you do choose to be here, make sure you bring that $300 because you're not getting a personal recognizance bond. We are done with this hearing. I'm going to go ahead and